I think the biggest cameo of this entire live portion was none other than.
Charles. Oh,
Hey guys, welcome back to BachMakers, your favorite show that recaps all things Bachelor Nation. Before we continue with this episode, we're going to ask you very nicely, Michael, please deliver the news.
make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And
In
share.
that order, or reverse the order. It doesn't matter to us. Just do those things. Helps us. Enjoy this episode. We'll see you. We'll see you in the episode. Just keep watching. All right. Bye. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to BachMakers presented by Good Time Media. I am Wyatt. That is Michael. And we're going to
Boo!
break the boo.
Boo!
Everyone just stopped listening. We're going to recap Joan's finale, the first ever Golden Bachelorette finale. Chalk or Guy? Guy or Chalk? Who's it going to be? Spoiler alert, it was Chalk. Michael, how we feeling?
Great. Another dub for Team Bailey, for the Bailey's Boomers. We
In
didn't
a
actually get the
loss.
dub. And the dub, but it's nice. It's nice having the winner. It's nice knowing that the number one overall pick lived up to the hype.
Was he number one?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So he wasn't a bust. He wasn't a bust because if you're 1-1, you have to win. So he lived up to it. No, it's great. They look so great together. Like honestly, they look straight out of a fairy tale picture book, whatever. They look great. I'm happy for them. They seem really
Agreed.
good.
They seem
So
solid. And I think before we get into the meat of this episode, we need to give it up for Joan because we saw what Gary did last season for the Golden Bachelor. We saw how you can, for lack of a better word, fuck up a finale. Joan crushed it. She did exactly what she needed to do. She held herself to she did great. She did fantastic. So we'll clap it up for Joan. What a season. Very elegant, very demure. Sorry.
very mindful, very demure.
Well, let's get into it. Do you have any quotes, cringes? I got a few moments I would like to talk about.
I have one quote, and that's it. And it's kind of a bar.
What do you got?
Unless so it's at the very end, after they're sailing off into the sunset, the ring is on her finger. He's got the final golden rose. And I don't think he meant it this way. But he said, "I'm the luckiest guy in the world."
Oh,
And is it a coincidence that he said guy, not man, when the other person in the final two was a dude named Guy? All I'm going to say, that was a bar. Was it a shot at Guy? I don't know. I'd like to think it was because that's hilarious and a great play on words. I'm the luckiest guy in the world. And he's sailing off in the sunset with his new fiance.
Chalk
See
had.
you later, Guy. Go home. Have fun on the couch. Have fun in your surgery, dog.
Speaking of,
Go
we
get your
got
ACL fixed, bro.
meniscus.
Meniscus.
We gotta. Okay, so hand up. I was wrong in my PowerPoint beginning of the season. Guy had just recently posted about his meniscus, saying, "Hey, I got to get this repaired." Not during, but the way he phrased it in the Instagram story or Instagram post made it sound like he tore it during the show. I was still holding out hope to the very, very end when, as soon as he said, "Hey, I woke up this morning in the middle of a rainstorm," I was like, that means slippery porches. What does that mean? He's going to slip and fall and tear his meniscus after getting dumped. I was holding out for it. It wasn't meant to be. Guy, I hope you heal. I hope you get the surgery. His surgery goes well. And then we got to have the brief conversation. I'll get into some of my cringes or quotes of the week, but is it him for Golden Bachelor?
I mean, I thought we'd get an announcement tonight. To be honest, it kind of makes sense. They wanted to use the time to kind of hype up Grant's season, so maybe they're gonna wait for some time in Grant's season to announce it. But I don't know. I think there's been a lot of buzz for Guy, but I think there's been even more buzz for Charles L.
I think it's a coin
So
flip. I think it's a coin flip between those 2 right now. Nobody else is those 2 would have to say
I
no for anyone else to get a shot. That's what I would say.
I think there's a chance they go random slash celebrity, like if because the franchise is growing. You know, the Golden franchise has seemed like it's successful enough to where like if a celebrity wanted to do it, I could see them possibly going that route. Maybe not an A-list celebrity, but
Yeah.
a D-list Golden grandpa.
I
Which
wonder how
I don't even know. I wouldn't be able to name any.
I have no idea. Maybe that'll give me some off-season content to make. Just who would be some D-list celebrities that would do
Danny
it.
DeVito. He's A-list.
That's
He's
A-list.
A-list. Yeah, he's A-list. But that'd be a fun season.
Maybe like Bob Duncan, the guy who played Bob
Oh
Duncan,
yeah,
Good Luck
yeah.
Charlie. He would be a good one.
How old is he?
He's probably
He's pro-
50s, mid
yeah,
50s.
he's probably close to Joan's
Yeah.
age. He's got to be. Yeah.
I it'll be interesting to see what the ratings were for this season because I think that would say if they need to spice it up and like do
Hmm.
something wacky. Because
Yeah.
I don't know if the see, I go back and forth here because you have a finale like we did tonight, which ended great. This is how you want a season to end. But also, I'm thinking back to Jen's finale, the buzz, the pop that got online. Yeah, like I'm not. I have been the most anti Jen's finale in the way they handled it. As much as anybody, we will come to Jen's defense every single time, but it got- that got me going. Like I like to get going a little bit. This finale, I feel like it came and went.
Yeah. No, it was definitely like a not a waste of time, but like it was rather boring. Rather boring. No juice, no spice. I thought they were gonna be sent on a safari, and then that would have been a great callback to episode one of us that we had. But yeah, no, it did kind of come and go. That's why I don't know. I also I could see them ending the franchise, just ending
Really?
it. Yeah, I mean,
No,
we do
I
know we no matter what we do know Paradise is coming back. Period.
yes.
Paradise is coming back 2025. So are they gonna do the Golden Bachelor slash Paradise on the same day again? Like
I
what's the
think
timing
I
work?
I
What's
think
the
you give it
timing gonna
time. I think you do I think they're gonna do some type of golden paradise. And I think you do that
you
next year. And then you have a full another year to wait for the Golden Bachelor. So they don't have to make an announcement here. I
I
think they
just
do
don't see a
one
Golden Paradise.
one golden season a year.
I
That's
think if anything, they need to do like a little. They get a cruise ship. They send the contestants out there on a 7-day paid cruise ship, and then
yeah.
just film it. Just
Yeah.
film it. It doesn't
Doesn't
have to
have
be
to
paradise. Don't
doesn't have to be
force
finding love. Yeah,
relationships.
just have them hang out.
Have them do some fun, silly games. Make them feel like they're kids again, and
Put it
just get
just on
some.
Hulu too. Like it doesn't have to
Yeah,
be this
yeah,
ABC thing. Just put it on
yeah.
Hulu.
Just put it on Hulu. It'll make people that just watch it on cable get Hulu.
Mhm.
That's money there. You're welcome. Free idea. Yeah, no, that'd be great. That's just like a little couple, like 2 episode, 3 episode thing,
Yeah.
or maybe even 1 episode, and they're just shooting the shit or something. And that could
Mhm.
be low key an audition for the Golden Bachelor too, with all the guys on the cruise
Sign
ship.
me up. We'll bartend. All
We
right.
are of age.
We are. My
Take
quote
Wells to
cringe of
chat.
the week, not really, just kind of another power move by Chalk. So when he went to meet their family, Joan's family, which by the
Yep.
way, being the uh in-laws, I guess, daughter-in-law and son-in-law in that situation has to be very strange because I feel like you don't
Hmm.
really get a say.
Oh, I mean, her son thought he had a say. That's for sure.
Well, yeah,
Um,
so her son and daughter are involved in this, obviously, but, like, if you're married into that family, that's a tough spot.
like
Yeah,
fiance, right?
not
Because
Chalk's yeah, like, the fiancé of Joan's son
son.
and her Joan's daughter-in-law, right? That's how that works?
I think there was only one in law there. It was the
No,
guy's
someone is
fiance.
married to Joan's, daughter. There was Joan's daughter, Joan's son.
Oh.
Then
Oh
Joan's
yeah,
daughter's
there's
fiance,
yeah,
Joan's
but he didn't
daughter's
he didn't really get any he didn't really get any talking.
yeah, that has to be so uncomfortable for you because that feels like the one thing where, "Hey, this isn't my family." Like,
Yeah, yeah,
obviously,
no.
you're marrying into the family, but this feels like the one thing where, "Hey, probably don't have a say here, shouldn't be here."
Yeah, but you get a free vacation to
Yeah,
fucking
I'm not saying say
Bora
no.
Bora. So, I mean, he probably got flown out there and he's like, "Fuck it, you get a +1, like, I guess I am technically family, like, might as well tag along for the journey."
But when
Um,
Chalk was meeting them, uh, I think he thought this was a smart move and like a good gesture, but just saying, "Hey, I want to make sure I do this," and then make out with their mom, or just to get like mac on their mom a little bit, kind of a strange move. I understand the sentiment he was trying to go for, but he was like, "Hey, I just want to make sure I get this out of the way." Bang, kissed your mom. Power move.
oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
By
by
the
the way,
way,
I can
just to let you know, I'm top dog.
just let you know, like I can make out with your mom whenever I want. Just so, hey,
I'm like that.
daddy's home.
No, but actually, like, that was that was a power move
Yeah,
for sure.
so immediately just nuts on the table is like, "I'm gonna make
And
out with
then
your
and then
mom."
he and then he was like, which I get the sentiment behind it, like you were saying, but and then he was like, I want to show people that I care for 'em by kissing them.
Yeah,
Is that what's going on? I mean, maybe that is, but like some people see the significance or the symbolism of a kiss, but like I
yeah.
don't know, a little bit of stretch, a little bit of stretch.
Before we get to Guy and that breakup, I wanna ask one question that the beginning of the episode made me think of. Was she gonna choose Pascal? I don't
I
think she
mean,
was, but, like, maybe.
yeah, I mean, I think there's a legitimate thought of that. I think he would have definitely been second.
Yeah,
That's what I think we're leaning towards. But I mean, I don't know. Also, the Pascal hate and some of the comments about Pascal is kind of
yeah.
wild. Like I don't like a fuck boy. Like
Can you be a fuckboy
let's
at
let's
66?
yeah. I don't think you can be a fuck boy at 66. Nor do I don't even think he knows what a fuck boy is. I
Yeah,
think he's just a different personality.
yeah,
So
yeah, the people are mean towards the golden geezers. Some of the
yeah,
comments, and I don't know if maybe they think
it's
because most of our commenters are within that age group. So I think maybe they feel like, hey, we're not punching down or punching up. We're just like, these are our peers, so we can say these
yeah.
things.
It's like what we do with normal bachelor people.
So
Yeah.
I guess fair, but I don't. Yeah, I feel like they cross some lines. I'm like, whoa, let's calm down here. This is still because they're still of the generation, and maybe they'll be offended by me saying this because they probably watch the show. They're of the generation where this is a little I don't know. I just think they're taking it a little too seriously.
I mean, they're part of the generation that has no filter still. There's
Also
all
that,
old people. Old people just have no filter. And I don't think they're scared of,
the
getting
internet.
canceled
Yeah, they
or
don't
like,
care.
yeah, or the internet. And, some people I think our age are scared to comment certain things or come off a certain way. But they're just like, I don't like him. He seems weird.
It's too much.
Which
Yeah.
is, yeah, it kind of sounds body too. Like they're a bot.
Yeah. Um
Body.
Body, Botty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great new word.
There we go.
Dude, you're
What?
acting pretty body today.
Oh wait, I like that.
Yeah,
Dude, quit
that's
being
good.
body.
Like you're acting like a bot. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, did we just
Wait.
invent new slang? This might be my first time ever. I'm gonna coin that.
Yeah,
How do
no.
I how do I coin stuff?
I think we have to hit it with three big booms.
We hit it with a little trademark symbol and it's coined. All
Yeah,
right,
with the
fine. We can do the
stamp.
booms.
Boom!
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 Boom! Boom!
Boom! Double
All right,
chocolate
next
talking
up,
cookie.
the next guest in our podcast is actually the Rizzler. So, everybody,
Welcome
please
in.
welcome.
Welcome in the Rizzler and Big Justice to talk the Golden Bachelor. All right, let's
I could see AJ being a fan.
yeah, oh yeah. AJ would definitely AJ should go on the No, he's
Oh
not.
my
I forgot
gosh,
about
Golden
I
Bachelor.
forgot about Mama
Mama
Justice.
Justice. Yeah,
Always
she
forget about
brings the
her.
boom
She does
too.
bring the boom. Um, all right, let's talk about guys. The breakup with Guy. So we're gonna have to go 180 on emotions here. This was sad, but also handled very well. Like I said
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
beginning of the episode, that's how you handle a breakup. Not Gary saying, like, just leading Leslie on the entire time, making her think, hey, this is you and I at the end of this. Joan never did that. Joan never got to a point where she was leading either of them on, I think. And she held back enough so this moment could happen pretty peacefully with no friction. And I think that's how it went down. Obviously, Guy's upset and he he did do a little bit of last ditch effort, like, can I change your mind? We would have been so happy together. Kind of the last casts in the water to see what you get there. But
yeah. Like
um
the Kamala tweeting. Oh, also legalize marijuana like right before election day.
yeah,
Hail Mary.
Hail Marys, clocks hit 0, you're like still throwing. Um yeah, I think it was handled well. And looking back as I was watching this breakup, I was thinking about Guy throughout the season. There really wasn't a bad thing to say about Guy. I don't
No, but
remember.
they're also.
There also wasn't much to say about Guy, period.
I still find him a little boring. I thought he was pretty plain. Like maybe he's not. I mean, he's ER doctor
Mhm.
that is super fit and you know like definitely the most one of the most in shape guys there, right?
But yeah, he was more
But
jacked than I remember.
yeah,
Sometimes it was like, "Oh, dang. Good for him."
yeah. But like I don't know, he seems just like yeah, like you said when you said the young Joe Biden thing, like he does seem kind of aloof
Yeah.
at some points, and that just is kind of just I don't know, little awkward and strange to me, which
Yeah.
I don't think bodes well if I'm thinking that for his chances of Golden Bachelor.
Yeah, I think he did mention to Joan, and I think that that was a theme throughout the season for him. He is a slow burn. He didn't. He took some time to open up, which the slow burn guys, it never ends well for them. Where it's like, hey, like I need some more time because it's not the setup of the show. It's gotta you have to fall fast or you lose, which
Yeah,
is a critique of the show, not of either Chalk, Joan, or Guy. It's just the way it happens.
yeah, gotta
So
fall
if you
hard.
like a slow burn guy doesn't win. Kelsey was close. Kelsey was kind of a slow burn throughout that season for
Yeah,
Joey's.
yeah,
So I give
yeah.
her credit for there. And
Slow
it worked.
slow burns win Love Island.
There you
That's your slow burn going Love Island.
go. Okay. Um, and then we move on to the golden proposal, which was a super cool setup. They're just on their own island. They had
Yeah,
the shot of Chalk looking at the ring on a boat heading to the island, which is crazy. That's so sick.
Neil Lane too.
Yeah, he just
So
keeps coming back. So then they have the proposal, cute proposal, and not much else there. Anything? I do think the last rose after the proposal is so dumb.
yeah,
That
it's
it
just
takes you
there.
out of the moment. Like, by the way,
It's just
we're contractually ovulated, obligated,
we're
actually
contractually
I,
ovulating.
I think that's just a period. Contractually ovulating once a month.
That doesn't happen. Sometimes you skip a period and you
It's my
get pregnant.
contractual ovulation. All right, I'm done with this
Let's
bit.
not talk about the
Let's
menstrual
not. Let's
cycles because
not. Let's.
we do not know anything
You're
about
right. We're
that.
out of our element here. Revert back. Final rose. What'd you think?
Girls, no.
No, no. Sports ball. We'll get to sports in a second. Final rose. What do you think of it?
Yeah, I mean, well, mainly it's there for the aesthetic, right? Like it's Golden Rose, and you have to have the previews of that final rose of that thing because sometimes if they just do the ring in the preview, it's not the same as like the golden. Because I mean, the Bachelorette, like the logo is a rose, right? It's a
Hmm.
rose, and it's a golden rose because the golden is because they're old. They're not old, but golden. Yeah, they're old. So it's just there for the aesthetic and I guess previews and stuff. It's pointless though.
I might have said this on previous
You think
seasons.
you think Chalk still has it?
Maybe a version of it, not that actual Rose. Um,
You don't think he keep that one?
Chalk feels like the guy who would actually. Um,
Facts.
but
He
I,
keeps his movie tickets.
yo, for sure. I, I might have said this on past seasons, but they should do the rose ceremony and then the guy proposes. Reverse the order. Give out the rose. Like when they're having this conversation, Joan,
Yeah.
that should be the signal like, "Hey, it's you." Cuz I always worry cuz I think if I was in that situation, but before I even got a knee, I'd be like, "Hey, by the way, like this is me, right? Like I'm not making a fool of myself right now. Like this is
And then
I
she
would
goes,
need 100% confirmation."
yeah, because that would be hilarious. Kind of like the situation in Paradise when that one dude stepped up, thought he heard his name. What?
Mhm. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
Taylor.
Taylor. Yeah, yeah. He thought I heard his name, so he stepped up. It's kind of like that, but like 10 times the stakes, and so it's you think she's picking you, and so like you get down on a knee, but like at the same time, you still show up with the ring if you're a guy, and like if you're the second person
Yeah,
and
I think you do. I think they've done a good
yeah,
job recently of getting rid of that because they realize that's
yeah,
fucked up. Like Daisy went and talked to Kelsey, had that moment. I forget in
Joey,
past seasons. Oh yeah, Joey.
Joey Charity.
Yeah, so I think they've kind of gotten rid of that moment to clean up the finale a little bit, so it's not as messy. But
And then for Jen, who's just like, nah, fuck it.
yeah, they're like Jen, like let's see how fucked up we can get here. So I honestly, you know what might have happened? I think they saw how like efficient and clean this golden season was going to be because they were probably filming it or editing it while Jen's season was wrapping up, like airing.
Yep.
So they were like, "Hey, we know Joan's season's going to be clean and happy and fun and not boring, but just straightforward." They're like, "Let's fuck with Jen. Let's see, let's see if we can get some drama out of this." And mission
I like,
accomplished, I guess.
yeah, I like to think that's not actually the case, but fuck it, I could see it.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe this is like our villain era where we start to think of hypotheticals for how evil these like producers could be, and then we just become them. Like you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
See yourself become the villain.
What if that's us? What if 30 years from now we're thinking of the most fucked up ways to put people in tough situations on TV?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I could, I'm really good at that. I could
We
definitely,
would. There's no doubt we would be fantastic at that job. So
yeah,
all right.
facts.
Then we get the live portion of it. Joan and Guy talk pretty much straightforward. They hash it out and say, "Hey, let's be pals and friends." Which Joan said, "Hey, maybe we'll be double dating at some point." Probably don't want to double date with someone you
Yeah.
almost proposed to, but maybe they will. Who knows? Uh,
Hey, Charity and Dutton and Joey and Kelsey have probably been on a
yeah,
double date or two.
good point. Bachelor world is a little different with that. And then Joan and Chalk come out looking happy, looking nice, looking nicey. Get that reference? Are you on John Gruden talk? Oh, I have some videos to show you. Never mind. Shout out to the two people who understood that reference right there. Um, Anyways, they come out, they announce their love to the world. They get a trip to Disneyland, which Taylor, if you get a +1, I've never been. That'd be great. And
No, 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 no. Taylor, take me. What's the other son? What's the son's name?
uh
Jack.
Chalk Jr.
Chalk Jr. You can take what?
Honestly, whoever wants to take either one of us, it's fine. As long as we get to go. I'll be Jones +1. I don't care. Um, but I think the biggest cameo of this entire live portion was none other than
Charles.
the college football playoff trophy.
Oh, yeah. No, that was insane. Because at first they were just bringing up the whole Joan, you like watching college football too. Chuck, you like football, you're a dude. Sure. As for me, I literally commentate games, and then they pan out,
Yes,
and the fucking trophy is
just
just sitting there.
appeared.
And it makes me think like people generally don't like being advertised to. This seems like a weird like crossover. It was just like a
Yeah.
weird like growing up with the Disney channels that would have those weird ass crossovers where it's like Wizard Waverly Place in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody or like whatever
Mhm.
the ones were. It just doesn't make sense. This one didn't really make. I appreciated it. We
Oh yeah.
appreciate it, but I think the majority of the people watching the Golden Bachelor that are in our comments section and those type of people are just like, what?
Y-
I don't care about football. But then maybe their husbands are like, oh hell yeah! Oh my gosh!
I
Roll Tide.
when I first saw it, I was a little pissed off. I was thinking that's our thing. That's what we do. We do the weird crossover of sports, Bachelor Nation. They're stealing our thunder. They're really gunning for us. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's just me having the underdog mindset of ABC's always trying to stomp us down and we won't go away. But part of me thought, is this a shot at us? Are you coming at us? That's
Is
our
this fucking
is this
is this
fucking
fucking
play
play
about
about us?
us?
How can we make this about ourselves?
Us every finale. Wait a second. Is this another shot at the batchmakers?
Is this a BachMakers reference? um, no, I mean it was cool though. I guess again, I don't really get what their plan is there.
I mean, just
I don't get
ABC.
it.
They're gonna
Yeah,
have
it's just
some.
under ABC and Jesse. And I do think, if people are fans of Jesse and they're like, oh
Mhm.
my God, Jesse called the games,
Yeah,
maybe I'll tune in. I don't think it's changing whether or not people are going to be watching the college football playoffs or not. It's not.
agreed. Yeah,
That it's doing nothing, but cool that the trophy was there.
yeah. The other batchmaker plug that kind of happened during this finale was when Chalk was talking to Joan's family for the first time. He mentioned, "Oh, by the way, I didn't even apply for the show. My daughter actually did that." You could have found that out 3 weeks ago if you listened to Batchmakers. We broke that news first. We're in the breaking news
Facts.
business. Taylor came on our show and said that. So again, we're ahead. We're
Reality
always
Steve who?
yeah, exactly.
Never heard of him.
Never
Never heard of him.
never heard of him. All right. Anything else from this finale before we talk a little Grant preview and then wrap up things all golden?
No, I mean, wish him the best. Um, Good, happy couple. Do we think we're going to be seeing a second golden wedding?
No way. There I forgot. I totally forgot there was a golden wedding.
Because that happened in January. That probably happened three weeks at a month or the 2 months after this finale airs,
Yeah.
right?
Oh
Of
my
this time last
gosh.
year, like it happened at a live wedding in January or something.
They had to have realized that was a bad idea.
I think they definitely
They
did,
definitely did.
especially the
There's
fact that they got divorced like 4 months later,
oh,
3 months
I
later, whatever.
forgot there was a golden wedding. Oh my gosh.
Because that was the only thing on in like us. I think that was like the first week of January, and so it was like 2 or 3 months
Yeah.
before Joey's season even started.
Yeah.
And so it was like, damn, we need something to get us through. And the golden wedding was their answer.
Yeah. Speaking of, let's do a few wrap up things. So this is the end of our Joan talk golden season. I want to shout out whoever I'm going to find out right now who won our bracketology fantasy league for the golden season. And I believe it's not
It's,
going to change. This guy's been leading since
it's not me.
night one. It's not you. I finished eighth. Ethan, shout out to Ethan, Patreon member. I believe is our champion as long as he picked Chalk to win, which I believe he did. Yep. So Ethan, congratulations. Made it through the entire golden season. Patreon member will win that cash prize. And speaking of, as we kind of transition into an off season of sorts, please consider subscribing to our Patreon. Still workshopping how exactly we're going to use it, but for now, all it does is guarantees you a spot into our fantasy leagues. So we do these fantasy leagues; they're open to the public, but the Patreon members compete for the cash prize at the end, which Ethan just won. And if you're a fan of maybe our other shows, the read option, you can input on books we should read, all that stuff. So it's an easy way for us to connect with you, and I want to get Michael involved in that stuff as well because right now it's just me talking to you guys there. But also, it just end of the day, it supports us a lot, and it's cup of coffee, $5, and it goes a long way. So we really appreciate all that. Um, Other wrap up things, schedule moving forward. Next week we will have a award show for this entire year. So it includes Joey's season, includes Jen's season, includes Joan's season. So we will give out awards for this entire year, the 2024 Batchmaker Awards. And Michael will be here at Indy. We will do it live. We will well not live, but in
At
person.
Lucas Oil Stadium,
Yes, with
live at Lucas Oil
Caitlin
Stadium,
Clark
and Anthony
is
Richardson.
hosting. Um, so yeah, we'll have that next week. It won't be a normal Thursday morning. It'll be sometime later. So you can be on the lookout for that. And then after that, we will have a couple interviews heading into the holiday season. We'll take a couple week break around Christmas time, New Year's, and then about 2 or 3 weeks into January, we'll be doing PowerPoints, getting ready for grant season. It'll be here before you know
Gosh,
it. So
I'm so excited by PowerPoints.
I,
I'm gonna stalk so much.
oh
The,
man,
the fact that they're girls, it's just it's different than the golden
I
grannies,
feel like
grandmas,
bachelor
and
seasons,
that
that's our bread and
fathers.
butter. That's
Yeah,
oh, it's good. And
yeah.
let's talk about Grant's preview for a second. One thing that jumped out at me, and I think showing it during the golden finale, I forget just how young these people are. This cast felt young just from looking at them, watching them interact. And it's probably just
I think they're old
I
though.
think they are. But just the comparison of the Golden franchise to this, I was like, "Oh, these are children."
Yeah, I mean, there's still pretty much all of them, but a few are probably older than us.
Agreed. Yeah. Never saying we're
But
not children.
yeah, um, they did seem young, and it's just like the difference in how they talk, what they talk about,
Mhm.
the the level and inflection they talk with. Um, yeah, but no, I the preview got me pretty
Mhm.
hyped. Grant seems like he's gonna handle it well. I think. Um, Obviously, I mean, he's a good pick. I think we all kind of agreed with that. Um, Seems like we got some juice though. Seems like we got some juice. We got some girl drama.
I love it.
Yes,
I love it.
go.
Uh,
Can I steal him?
I
Yes,
I've
you
been
can.
notably hard on Grant because I think his social media use has been a little cringy, but
It has.
but
No denying.
I think I think it's gonna work. I think he's just an old soul and like doesn't get I don't think he gets the internet, which is a good thing.
The poll. Do you guys want to know more about my day trading? Yes, no.
Like, yeah, and that this is just us being almost chronically online because of what we do. So we're gonna be nitpicky. It's probably good. I feel like Grant is, and they mentioned it in the
An old
preview.
soul,
It's an
yeah.
old soul. He is a very in tune with his emotions. I think it's gonna lead to a very good season. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
So
And hopefully a good and successful relationship that comes from it.
yeah,
Hopefully the cast is great. If not, I don't know, I'll probably just judge the ABC producers.
yeah, and we got to remember that cast is gonna be included in the Paradise Pool. The Paradise Pool
And
is growing.
this cast, they made a real emphasis. This cast is for Grant. Like
Mhm.
they had plenty of time where after it was announced, you know, Grant's the Bachelor to now, like people are there for Grant. So we don't have
Wait,
to worry
is that
about.
a shot at Jen season? You don't think those guys were there for her?
I mean, I honestly thought that Daisy was going to be the Bachelorette.
Yeah, once I found out like
I
it
thought it was
wasn't
me.
Daisy or
I thought it was
Maria.
gonna be Daisy Maria.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, this is fair.
We'll have a lot to recap next week for the award show, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I think that's a wrap. What a season it has been, Joan. We thank you, all the Golden Geezers. We thank you, the Wise Men as the champs. I've won. How did the seasons go this week or this year? You won Joey's season. I won
You won Joey's
I won
season.
Joey's, you won Jen's, I won Jones.
Yeah.
Whoa, they had Joey, Jen, and Joan.
and Grant. That means the next one's gonna be Grant and then
Get
Greg,
Gr- Grace. It's gotta
Gregoria,
be Grace is right at
Georgia.
Georgia. Yeah. A-
Grace makes sense.
And, anyways, it's been a hell of a season. Thanks for watching. Thanks for going on this ride with us. We'll see you next week for award season.
Um,
Huh.
Jen and Sasha, they're
Oh
official.
yeah.
The hard launch,
I
which it
don't
seems
trust I
that's
don't trust any of those hard launches. I need confirmation
I
from
need I need to see them kiss.
I need
I
to
need to
see
see
tongue. I
them.
need to see tongue.
Yeah, there's got to be some tongue usage. There has to be some hands in some places that they aren't supposed to be.
Hard launches don't work for us anymore. Tongue or no tongue. That's it.
Facts.
It's either tongue or
Facts.
you're not dating. You're friends.
Because at this point, it's like, are they just pulling a Jen and Jonathan and kind of like dragging on their not fame, but
Mhm.
like
Playing into it,
hype?
which is fair
Yeah,
enough.
playing into the Dancing with the Stars hype lore.
Yeah.
Um, Semifinals next Tuesday. Joey is still in final five.
Mike will be doing recaps on our TikTok page for Dancing with the Stars, and I'm forcing you to do that right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know really how I recap. Just like he did a great job. He did some flips and shit. Like,
Yo, that was fucking crazy, dude. Yeah. All right.
no,
Anyways,
but Joey's gonna win. Joey's gonna win.
all right.
Book it. Book it.
Book.
Book it. He'll make it the finals at least. I swear to God, if Alona and Steven are still there into the finales, it is strictly a popularity contest. What's that one quote? I don't know if this is rigged. Who said that? What's that one like tweet? It's like this is either rigged for views or whatever.
You lost me.
Oh no, the Ayesha Curry tweet. I don't know if this is rigged for views or what. Oh, what's the Ayesha
I
Curry?
know she had a tweet about rigged, but I can't recall it off the top of my head.
Oh, I've lost all respect. Sorry, this is absolutely rigged for money or ratings. I'm not sure which. I won't be silent. Just saw it live. Sorry. That's what I'm gonna be saying if Steven and Alona make it over like Danny and Joey or Chandler.
All right, there you go. I haven't been watching much, so I really don't know what's going on. But thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week for awards. And if you have awards you want us to give out, leave a comment. See you guys then. Peace.